What is up there, everybody? Citrus Aviation here for yet another video, and today we're going to talk about how to start collecting model airplanes. This video is going up during the Christmas season, and a lot of people who might be watching this video may have just started collecting model aircraft for the first time or are considering doing such. And today's video is going to be a guide to anyone who is considering collecting model aircraft. So hopefully you all enjoy this one, and for those of you who are seasoned collectors, hopefully this video can help guide you in your future buying purchases as well, because this video is not just intended for those who are new to the hobby, but also those who've been around for a long time. So I have several suggestions that I give to people when they want to start collecting model airplanes. This is part of a two-part series I'm doing, this video and then also a best and worst places to buy model aircraft. That is the update video to the one that I made in 2021. And so if you want to know where to buy model airplanes, go check out that video. There'll be a card probably up here for you to go check that out. How should I start collecting model aircraft? So my very first recommendation is, what is the purpose of your collecting? Because that's going to determine everything else. So the purpose of your collecting is going to determine why you buy a model and what models you buy. And so for me, the purpose for collecting model aircraft is aircraft I've either seen, flown on, or walked on when I was on the ramp. Or maybe when I am a dispatcher, aircraft I've actually dispatched. Things like that matter to me. And you have to pick what matters to you for collecting model aircraft. And that'll determine the purpose in which you are collecting the models for. This is very important, is to determine why you're collecting model aircraft. A lot of people have left the hobby because they lost track of why they were doing it. And so determine why you want to collect model airplanes, and that'll help you a lot. Well, the very first thing to do is to pick which scale you want to collect. So for die-cast model aircraft, there's basically three scales that most people use. There's 1 to 72nd scale, there's 1 to 200 scale, and there's 1 to 400 scale. There are other scales such as 1 to 500 and 1 to 144 that exist as well, but I'm going to focus on the main three and the advantages of each. So 1 to 72nd scale is a great scale if you intend to collect military models, particularly fighters and other model aircraft from the Second World War up to the modern era, particularly if they're military. 1 to 72nd is great for that. It is also a scale in which people collect general aviation aircraft, although it's a fairly small niche segment, it does exist. But 1 to 72nd scale is also going to feature a lot of your kit modelers will be in that scale as well as 1 to 48 scale is very similar. It's just 1 to 48 is about double the size of 1 to 72nd. I do have some 1 to 72nd scale models. I have a Hobby Masters E2, this model right here, and it is a gorgeous plane. Really nice 1 to 72nd scale model, and I've got a bunch of kits I want to put together as well. But 1 to 72nd is great for military aviation, tons of great detail. The detail on these planes is simply next level. These are probably some of the most detailed models in my collection. What if you want to collect really highly detailed airliner models? Well, in that case, 1 to 200 scale is going to be the scale for you, because you will be able to collect really highly detailed 1 to 200 scale models. These are going to be manufactured mostly by Gemini Jets, JC Wings, and In-Flight 200, as well as some other manufacturers. But these are mostly going to be commercial airliners and some larger military aircraft, such as your tankers, your large cargo aircraft, things like that will be collected in 200 scale. As well as basically every commercial airliner that exists will be available in 200 scale. There are some private jets as well that's becoming a thing, to collect private jets in 200 scale, which I really want to do. But 200 scale is definitely a pretty neat scale for really highly detailed models. And then the final most popular scale is going to be scale 400, and this is mostly done by collectors who want to build model airports. The reason for this is these models are fairly small and can fit in a smaller space, and of course an airport takes a lot of space up, so you need to have a small amount of area to be able to put these models in. So Scale 400 is ideal for that. Now there's also scale 500 that does this as well, but scale 500 does not have as many options, and so for someone starting out, I recommend 400 scale. There are a ton of manufacturers that produce in scale 400. These are going to include, but not limited to, Gemini Jets, JC Wings, NG Models, Phoenix Models, Aviation 400, Panda Models, and many others. There's quite a few in this scale and very popular. The third thing that is really important, and this is one that I try to tell people a lot, and a lot of people get burned out because they don't follow this. This strategy is to collect models that mean something to you. A lot of people will buy a model because it looks cool. And models that look cool are great, but they're expensive. Model aircraft are not cheap. And a lot of people tend to get burned out because they buy a lot of everything and they don't get focused in on what they are collecting. You want to be focused on something that matters to you. Maybe it's an airplane that you've flown on. Maybe it's aircraft you've walked on, whether you're on the ramp or mechanic or something like that. Maybe it's aircraft you plane spotted at your local airport. Something that matters to you really will help you in your collecting. So pick something that matters to you, something you have a personal connection to. That'll really help you enjoy the hobby a whole lot more. And so I recommend trying to find aircraft that you have connections with. So of course for me, a big focus of my collection is going to be Delta Airlines, because I used to work as a ramp agent for Delta Airlines for a year, and I've flown on a lot of their flights. And now that I work as an aircraft dispatcher for Commute Air, which is a United regional, I'm really interested in United aircraft, and so I'll be buying a lot of United aircraft because I've flown on so many United flights for free. It's great. But that also means there's a lot of United aircraft I want to collect now. And so it's very important to pick stuff that matters to you. And then the next bit of advice I'll give to you, which is number 4, is to set a budget. Having a budget is really, really important because this will prevent you from overspending, and it will help you to focus more on buying specific aircraft, and really over time, limiting yourself will actually make you enjoy the hobby more because you'll value each aircraft that you're actually able to get. So if you have a budget, say of $100 a month that you'll spend on model aircraft, that's maybe about 2 aircraft a month you buy narrow bodies in 400 scale, or maybe 1 200 or 72nd scale model. And so because you're selective, that allows you to pick exactly what you're going to buy. So you'll be like, okay, I'm going to get this exact model, and you're going to enjoy it more because you're picking something specific. Another good way to get models is, if you're missing out on new releases that come out, is to go to airline trade shows, model collecting shows, things like that. They'll allow you to buy used models at good prices. I recommend doing that. So those can be great options, but having a budget is really important for you to stay on track. Not ruin yourself financially is the most important thing, because these are, after all, just model airplanes. Yes, they do gain value, but there are better investments you can make, such as in the stock market, which I know is down right now, but you can make good investments elsewhere. Set a budget and stick to it. For me, my budget is a little flexible due to the fact that I buy my models based on YouTube income. So based on how much I make per month, it's going to be how much I spend per month on model aircraft. So I'm going to get a nice big fat juicy paycheck here in December from YouTube for approximately $500, and that's going to be my budget for the month. In terms of setting a budget, if you're looking for a good place to buy model aircraft at a great deal, go check out the Midwest Model Store. He offers a 10% discount through my code CITRUS, and if you use the affiliate link in the description, I also receive a 5% commission on every sale, and so therefore that helps to support the channel if you're looking for a way to support the channel while buying the models you were going to buy anyway at a reduced rate. So you can't lose if you go use the affiliate link down below. So go check it out, see if there's some models that you want, and happy collecting. Now the final technique and tip that I'll give for you is just to have fun. This is a hobby after all. Have fun. Go hang out with people you like to talk to about this hobby, whether it's here like in my YouTube comments, or on a Discord server, or on Instagram, or in real life at conventions or things like that. This hobby is expensive, and it's one that's meant to be for fun. So hopefully y'all enjoy the hobby, talk to each other, and hopefully using these 5 techniques and steps I give you, you can enjoy the hobby. Be focused, pick your scale, buy models that mean something to you, stay on a budget, and have fun, and you will be a long-time collector, probably a lifelong collector if you follow these things. So hopefully that all helped y'all, those of you who are new to the hobby or those of you who've been here for a long time. Some of you need to set a budget. This was me about a year ago. I didn't really have a budget for planes. I just bought what I wanted. That wasn't so great. But having a budget is something that will really help you in your journey. So set a budget, you'll have a good time. So with that being said, I want to thank you all so much for watching. Have a great rest of your day. God bless you and happy collecting. Merry Christmas.